At the John Daly Major Ed Foundation, we also focus on making sure that we partner up with great organizations. Great organizations like St. Jude's, great organizations like the Boys and Girls Club, our friends at Warriors for Freedom, our friends at Force 50 Foundation, which provides veterans the health care that they need. As you can see, we are the safety net at the John Daly Major Ed Foundation to make sure that no one gets left behind on the field of battle and that you're taken care of in the home front. God bless you. God bless the United States of America. Hoorah!
Golfers, do you suffer from constantly buying new golf gloves?
All the time.
Does your golf glove get sweaty, crusty, or torn?
Over and over again.
Well, the innovative new Claw glove might be for you. The Claw will outlast, play cooler, and grip better than traditional leather gloves.
Side effects may include more greens hit, big payouts from your buddies, and in some cases, shooting your lowest round.
I have the power to lower my score with Claw Glove.
Go to clawglove.com and see if Claw Glove is right for you.
You've heard me talk about Squares golf shoes and how they help you hit the golf ball further. And many of you are saying, oh, come on, Faldo, give us a break. How is that possible? But yes, they do. And it's proven with science.
What we noticed with the Square shoes was the shoe keeps the pressure in a more stable fashion towards the inside of the trail heel, allowing pressure to get to the lead side, generating much more club and speed and distance gain.
Visit squares.com. Change your shoes, change your game. Squares, the distance golf shoe.
And this segment is sponsored by the Distance Golf Shoes. Squares Shoes. Proof, not promise. Squares Shoes, squares.com. And check out the new mesh shoes that they have out. Brand new mesh shoes. And I love the colors. And I just have a new pair of golf shoes. I think I showed you guys a couple weeks ago. So, yeah, it's Square Shoes. I know Greg, the wisest man in golf the wise way, Mr. Greg Wise, joining us here on Big's Golf Talk. And Greg, I know you are so familiar with Square Shoes.
You can't say enough good about the Square Shoes. It just keeps you focused and grounded, so to speak.
Absolutely. All starts at the foundation on the ground. And Squares is there to help you get more distance out of your drives on the golf course and have more fun on the golf course. I am Big John Quick. He is Greg Wise, Golf the Wise Way, and the wisest man in golf here on Big's Golf Talk, BGT-TV. And Greg, it sounds like, I talked about it in the first hour, how Greg Norman has really shaken up the industry of golf, and Phil Mickelson seems to have some great point of views, but a lot of people feel that Phil approached it the wrong way. And what I'm talking about is another new golf league coming into the picture here. Tiger Woods and Rory McElroy's TMRW Sports today announced TGL, a new tech-infused golf league in partnership with the PGA Tour. TGL will showcase team matches focusing advanced technology and live action from a custom-built venue in primetime on Monday nights, which will complement the current PGA Tour schedule. Woods and McElroy are the first two golfers committed to compete in the league's inaugural season and kick off in January of 2024. The announcement was made today by Woods, McElroy, and TMRW Sports CEO and founder Mike McCarley. Now you're asking what TGL is. Well, TGL, the golf league of TMRW Sports, will feature 6 teams of 3 PGA Tour players. Tech-infused venue, a first-of-its-kind experience for golf enabled by data-rich virtual course complete with tech-infused short game complex. Tech-enabled fan experience, high-energy greenside fan experience with every shot live within a 2-hour prime-time televised match. The season lasts for 15 regular seasons, Monday night matches followed by semifinals and finals matches kicking off in January of 2024. Now, Greg Wise, your opinion, I mean, we certainly know, as a matter of fact, we have Rory McElroy saying a few words about this, and this is courtesy of Golf Channel Live. And Greg, I think you have the audio there with Rory McElroy.
Couldn't be more excited to partner with Tiger and Mike on this project. As Mike said, we've been working on this for 2 years, and I think when someone comes to you and says, I've got something to show you, I think it'll be really cool. It'll enhance the fan experience. It'll be additive and complementary to the PGA Tour season. Oh, and by the way, Tiger Woods is involved. It's like, yeah, I think that'll be pretty cool. So I think it's a great opportunity for PGA Tour players to show a different side of themselves. Prime time on Monday night. I think it's great for, brand exposure to try to engage a different audience. We've all heard about the fact of how old sort of the golf audience is, trying to get younger eyeballs onto it. And I just think it's going to be a really cool concept. Tiger and I are incredibly excited. We shared this vision with the room of players last week in Wilmington. Some of those players were already involved, but it's just another prong to what the PGA Tour are trying to do to push the tour forward. And there was so much excitement in the room with that as well. It'll be partly owned by the players, this league, so players can get equity in this league as well. So it's awesome. I think it's great for everyone involved, fans, TV, players, the tour in general. So yeah, I couldn't be more excited to get going.
There's Rory McElroy, courtesy of Golf Channel Live, with the interview with Rory McElroy. Tiger Woods has said TGL is the next revolution. I'm sorry, next evolution within professional golf, and I am committed to helping lead into the future. Embracing technology to create this unique environment gives us the ability to move our sport into prime time on a consistent basis alongside so many of our sport's biggest events. As a big sports fan myself, I'm excited about blending golf with technology and team elements common in other sports. We all know that's what it's like to be in a football stadium or a basketball arena where you can watch every play, every minute of action unfold right in front of you. It's something that inherently isn't possible in traditional golf, and an aspect of TGL that will set apart and appeal to new generation of golf fans. What do you think, Greg?
Could you imagine that studio? And the coolest part would be that how you could change and build a unbelievable tournament venue golf course that would test every ability, and it's in a simulator.
Yeah. I mean, this will really open up the aspect of Top Golf as well for fans, as far as, hey, let's go, hit some balls at Top Golf. I mean, Top Golf is pretty busy as it is. I mean, they're sold out every week here in Albuquerque, ever since they opened up. But I know there's a gentleman out there that has, and I would say 10 years into trying to build this concept of indoor chipping, indoor putting, and kind of a simulator process. I don't know if you're familiar with the company. The company was called Next Links, and the guy was named David, and really has been, but this would really put that concept that he has been trying to do for 10 years on the map and, create something. I'm thinking to myself, why are you adding more things onto your schedule when you got to travel after Sundays? Now, I don't know if this is going to be something essentially, I mean, it says it's going to complement the schedule. So I'm looking forward to seeing what that is, because you're adding, I mean, you typically have to travel on Mondays And you got Tuesday and Wednesdays, your practice rounds, and then you have to go at it on Thursdays. But Tiger doesn't have to worry about that so much. I'm not sure what Roy's schedule is going to look like, moving forward in the PGA Tour. But what are your thoughts?
Well, they're going to have to schedule, and it's edited down to what sounds like 2 hours. So if they're playing for 4 hours on a simulator, they've got to narrow it down to make it work. So you're going to have a stationary studio,
right?
Which means you could go at 3 o'clock after your practice round, jump a jet and fly to, let's say, New York or Pennsylvania or wherever this studio is set.
I bet you it's in Vegas.
Could very well be. I mean, you could essentially have an East Coast and a West Coast hub.
Yeah.
And doing that, but you could go after your practice round at 4 o'clock and you're there in 2 hours, play 4 or 5 hours in a simulator and fly back home. I mean, a simulator you can play in dark, inside, full light.
Well, so it sounds like they have the backing of CBS Sports on this. And what's to say that CBS Sports doesn't provide one of their empty studios that they may have a talk show or something that was formerly on that station and use
absolutely.
That,
Yeah, there's plenty of sound stages all over this country, probably.
Yeah. So there you go. I mean, another new league. How about that? Wow.
Could very well be something based in Florida for Tiger. Could be in his next door. Could be in his garage.
Yeah.
or his hangar.
Yeah, absolutely. Hey, I just want to tell you about a couple of events that's going to be taking place in September. You've seen the commercial with Major Airpolito. He's got his event coming up on September 26th out there in Oklahoma. And there's also another event on September 26th. So depending on where you're at, officially for kids event that will help raise money for the kids, UMPS Care, the programs that UMPS Care provides. I'm certainly someone that supports all those programs that UMPS Care does. Build-A-Bear workshop, visiting the kids in children's hospitals, that sort of thing. And, big brother, big sister type thing, and all sorts of things that UMPS Care does for kids. Officially for kids, thank you to Encore Golf. Encore Golf supplying a nice raffle package and some golf balls to that tournament for them to help them out and hopefully keep some money in their pockets to help the kids. Officially for kids is taking place on September 26th. And if you want to be a part of that, hurry up because they will sell out spots. And they have a lot of good swag to give away, raffle prizes and tee prizes and all that stuff. But head over to officially for FORE kids.com for more information and how you can sign up. And Dax Upton, Randy Upton, his dad is running that whole operation, and they do a terrific job from out west officials. And we're trying to get Big's Golf Talk there, but like I said earlier, we're trying to minimize keeping the money in their pocket without also having us break our bank as far as lodging and stuff goes. So we're trying to work it out. We're either going to probably be there or we're going to be at Major Ed's event. So we'll figure it out here.
Major Ed's event is such a cool thing. There's so many aspects to that. It's an awesome event.
Yeah, are you going this year?
Nope. when I saw the date for a 50th anniversary party I have to go to, it was like, well, okay, do I save family or do I save, do I go play golf?
Yeah. Are you still recovering from Indiana? I know I am.
No, actually I hit the ground running, and recovery happens pretty quick because if you don't, it's like, what's next? Next week I'll be in Myrtle Beach playing at the World Amateur Championship. That takes 4 days, and you're at 4 different golf courses all over the Myrtle Beach area. That in itself is tough because sometimes you're waking up at 5 o'clock in the morning because you got to drive an hour and 15 minutes to get to a course, and then back, and then do the 19th hole fun time.
Oh boy.
And yeah, it's like 4 days, and that will take a lot.
Well, I'll tell you what, I'm looking forward to next season here in New Mexico. We got something really, really cool that's going to be happening. It is the 2023 PGA Professional Championship that
Oh,
is coming to
nice.
New Mexico, Albuquerque area at Twin Warriors and Santa Ana golf clubs. And, our good friend Andy Mickelson has qualified for that championship. So we'll see Andy from Mistwood in Illinois, and he's going to be up here competing in that championship. So looking forward to watching him and covering the event and seeing all that stuff happen up there. So 2023, it's going to take place here in Albuquerque, New Mexico.
When is the dates?
April. Yeah, into April into May. So
Does it get warm enough out there to play golf?
yes. Oh yeah. We start our high school baseball season in February.
Oh, well, there you go.
How's it down there in Florida? You playing some golf down there?
Oh yeah, playing just about every day. It's been nice and warm. Of course, you think about the north and having heat that's going on there. I'd rather be in Florida when it's hot than up north when it's hot. I mean, coming from Chicago, you've probably experienced that. It's like when it gets hot there, it's brutal.
It's not the heat as much as the humidity. Dog days of summer, it's more of the humidity that builds that heat. Because I mean, I've been here in 95, 100-degree weather, and I'm never that miserable where I am when I am down there in the Midwest.
Yeah.
We felt some of that miserable humidity when we were in Indiana, off of a rainstorm, either rainstorms, thunderstorms, any kind of storms, either cool things off or they will certainly turn up that humidity. And we had a couple of days where that humidity was turned up in Indiana.
Well, I think the big thing about, let's say, Midwest is dirt base versus Florida being sand base.
Right.
It's like that heat doesn't have any place else to go except right back off the earth. And guess who's between the sun and earth? That's you. And it's definitely it's very challenging to deal with that heat, because when it gets into you, it's like you can't get away from it.
Well, I know. I mean, here it's the desert, So I mean, when the rain falls, we've had monsoon season going on for the last month here in Albuquerque. So it kind of rains in the afternoon. It doesn't rain in the morning, but it rains in the afternoon, in evening hours. But typically, when that rain starts, it's just sitting on the surface of the desert, and it's not seeping in.
Oh wow.
And that's something that we've had problems with every day for like a month. We've been getting flood warnings because when it sits on the surface, it'll just run to wherever it's going to run to, whether it's a neighborhood or the highway. And so it's we have more issues with flooding and the monsoon season, but it was much needed rain, and we went through a drought for almost a year before we seen this monsoon come through for the last month. So,
and you don't need that crusty runoff kind of to rain for sure.
Yeah.
In Florida, I mean, you could turn a hose on and 20 minutes later it's gone and you can't see where it's been running.
Well, it's amazing because there's times I come out of my house and my car is like brown, and because it's the dirty rain sometimes that come through. And I'm like, wait a minute, who just threw dirt on my car? It wasn't the dirt; it was the storm that caused it. So it's like, wow. I learned. I'm still learning stuff here in Albuquerque, in New Mexico, and still trying to adapt to becoming a New Mexican. So,
but oh well, good. There you go. At least they keep the golf courses green.
Yeah, they try to do that. Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's the only golf course that if you hit it typically 225 yards on a drive, that you'll actually hit it over 300 yards during, a season where ground is hard and it just goes
bounce and run. I'm ready.
Yeah, there you go.
Almost like the PGA Tour, right?
Yeah, exactly. So where's your next destination, Mr. Wise?
Well, Myrtle Beach is next week. Then I go back to northern Alabama to a weekend tournament. I'm playing with another friend up there, and 50th class reunion, oh my God, that makes me feel so old, is in Indiana the end of September. So that's the bump against Major Ed.
Yeah.
Wish I could pull both of them off, but that's kind of tough without a Learjet. Maybe I should call Tiger. Can I borrow the jet?
Yeah, right. As people know, you actually write for Golf Central magazine.
Yeah.
And any interesting articles that we could find coming up in the next issue?
No, I had just had a recap of French Lick and the great experience we did there. That was a blast. Myrtle Beach will obviously be in the next one, and I tend to get them to give me the numbers of what gets served, and it's like, well, there's 3,200 players coming in for the week, so that's a big enough number. But it's really a fun fest in the evening. So you go play 4 to 5 hour rounds of golf, come back, clean up, go to the 19th hole. There's food, there's drink, everything is included. So you're there from about 6 to about 9, and then you try to get to sleep, and then you get up at 8 o'clock the next morning on the tee and play another 4 hours, and then go back to the party. And it kind of continues that way for 4 days. And people end up getting pretty rowdy. It's pretty tiring. But it's a fun blast.
Right.
It's more of a party than it is a golf tournament. They probably would hate me saying that, but it really is. If you like to party and have fun and listen to music and see the celebrities, that's one event to go to that you can cover every aspect of having fun.
Wow, that is awesome. Well, looking forward to seeing all that story in Golf Central magazine, and you can always see products that he's trying. As a matter of fact, next segment we're going to be having product of the week, and Greg Wise has a great product for you, so stay tuned for that. And we'll be right back right after this.